I say, I'm going to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, like take it to the bank. I'm going to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. If I say I'm going to build my business to $50 million worth of annual revenue, like take it to the bank.
This is about control. Everybody knows. Everyone complies. We're the kinds of pros. I don't need a plane. I just hit the road. I do what I want. I can't sell my soul. Market about to crash. This is what you chose. Ruining the country. I think that's the goal. You gonna take the mark. I take narrow roads. I'm a man of God. I can never fall.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the Protect Your Purpose podcast, where we talk whiskey, business, friends, family, and freedom.
I like it. I like what you did there.
I'm your host, Matt Marchese, and this is my co-host and only participating member of this show, Zach, the solo performer grader. Welcome to Grader.
Solo.
Grader. I called you Zach Grader. You are Grader. You're greater than the previous rendition of Zach.
Okay.
Welcome.
Getting better every day.
Yeah, getting better every day.
Which we may talk about today.
Well, yeah, that's true. We may actually talk about that. I'm not real sure.
Not me personally, but
No, today we are here. Yesterday we were there, and tomorrow we will be. That's how
somewhere.
Somewhere. That's how Kamala Harris talks. You know
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
The word
That's
salads.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, here's a little word salad with some extra ass mustard on top for you. Anyway,
Ass mustard.
welcome everyone. Today we've got a unique show. It's just me and Zach. We have no Ian. We have no Lindy. It's just us two. We are the stars of the show.
Here we go.
We're the hosts. We're also the editors. We're also the producers. We're also the cute little voice in the background. That's you.
Maybe not. Hi, thank you.
Hey, thank you. Anyway, you've got a topic you wanted to talk about.
Well, I wanted to talk about your little Facebook post the other day.
What was the
About-
Facebook post?
Not post, your story. You just got on there.
Assuming a rant.
You got on there ranting about winners.
Oh,
always
winners win, bro. That's right.
Winners
All right.
win.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Winners
So,
win. Fuck. I mean,
I felt like-
end of show.
I felt like since we were going to throw a 20, 30-minute podcast out there this week, that's a great topic to drive home in about 20 minutes.
I agree.
More so kind of what you were alluding to in the post, that winning is a mindset. It's not an actual action or a result. It's a mindset. And you were saying, you're not always going to win, but winners are losers that don't quit.
Yeah.
That keep moving.
They think the game is over.
Right.
They act like the game is over.
Losers.
Fucking loser.
Right.
Sorry. Swear jar. Freaking losers. They think the game is over. It's wrong. Okay. I'll convert that. All right. So
Yeah.
we'll do a couple things.
We got 2 flies today, by the way.
Studio flies. We're waiting. We're waiting.
Heyo.
We've ordered a studio.
Pew.
Yep. A bug assault gun. Also not a sponsor. We've ordered a new bug assault gun. We're waiting for that to come in. It's going to be a blast out here, but it's becoming winter.
Mm-hmm.
Flies are going to go away.
Bugs want to come inside, though.
Yeah, well,
now.
but then they die.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It'll be all right.
but you can, for the bug assault, you can do flies, you can shoot spider. Yeah, bugs come inside. You can shoot other bugs. Anyway, shameless plug for our non-sponsor, Bug Assault. Get the CO2 powered bug assault gun, not the pump action one if you want. The CO2 one is the
That's
shit.
better, huh?
Oh, dude, it's way better. I mean, it's a little more pricey. I mean, you get
Yeah,
what you
of
pay
course.
for it, though.
Sure,
but
sure.
anyway, so, all right, back to our topic here. Winners win.
Mm-hmm.
One of my buddies sent me a text or a Facebook message. He was commenting on one of the posts. It was actually a video that my wife posted about. It was us, Lindy and I, versus my kids in basketball, and we beat their ass because we beat their ass because we're better.
As you do.
Yeah, because we're bigger and better and stronger, and I'm not going to let them win because they don't need to win unless they deserve it. Anyway, one of my buddies commented on it, and I'd get this message across my Facebook or whatever it was, just says winners win. I'm like, well, that's 100% factual. I don't know what this is in regard to. I just thought he was texting me saying winners win.
Right.
And I'm like, hell yeah, bro. And then I look at it, I was like, oh, he was commenting on that. Either way, sparked a little, triggered something in my mind where I was like, you know what? People don't understand that winners win. Like, ask me all the time, how are you continuously doing what you're doing? Or how do you do what you're doing? And the answer, most simply put, is winners win. And when I set my mind to something, I don't necessarily do it on time. I set a goal, And I usually miss the time frame on the goal, and I rarely miss the actual goal itself. If I say, I'm going to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, like take it to the bank. I'm going to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. If I say I'm going to build my business to $50 million worth of annual revenue, like take it to the bank. I'm going to build my business to $50 million worth of revenue. Unless something happens where I realize, hey, I made a mistake. I'm not interested in that goal anymore. Rarely am I setting a goal that isn't realistic. Because, if somebody else can have 1 million subscribers, so can I. If somebody else can have 1 million followers, so can I. If somebody else can run a restoration company to 50 million, so can I.
Right.
It's been done. Proof of concept is there.
Right.
So I'm not, saying I'm going to travel to Mars. Maybe I can, but most of my shit that I'm saying is
we haven't been to the moon yet, so you probably can't get to Mars. That might be...
I didn't know you brought your tinfoil hat to this episode, Zach. I didn't know that's what you were here to do.
We're talking about winning, damn it.
We're talking about winning. So here's the deal. Losers, people who lose, they give themselves a timeline, and if they don't meet the timeline, or if they take L's along the way, then they quit.
Right.
And are you a loser or are you a quitter? Because in the game of life, the shot clock is when you're dead, or when you're paralyzed, or when you can no longer physically do, you no longer have the capacity to play the game anymore. Okay? Until then, it's you just quit. You haven't lost, you quit. So what we should be saying is winners win, losers quit.
Yep.
If you're talking about in the game of life. And I have two sort of ways to relate this into real life. Number one, I use on that rant, I use the volleyball analogy. Like in volleyball, you have games. The games are a part of the set, and the sets are a part of the match. The game of life is the match. It's not a game, it's a match. And you're going to lose some sets along the way, which means you're going to have lost games along the way. It's a war and battles. Like
I was going to say, it's that analogy that everybody uses all the time. You may have won the battle, but you're not going to win the war.
Yeah. You may have won this battle. It's you may have won this game, but you're not going to win the match. Right. But people too often, and I see it all the time. I see it with people that I mentor. I see it with people that I coach. I see it with friends and family members that are like, well, I did this, I did that, and it didn't work out, and that's it. What? No, that's quitting. That's not losing. That's quitting. And I think it's important in a time in our lives, in our lifetime, where winning at life is so important. Like the stakes are as high as they've ever been.
Right.
If you lose at this life in a world where the middle class is disappearing, you end up gone. You end up sick. You end up in the lower class. You can't afford health care. You can't afford fun. The stakes are so high to win right now, and the mindset is so low for people to win. And I think it's very simple. Just don't quit. Another analogy is rich people. I know wealthy people that got no money. I literally know wealthy people that have no money. They're broke. But in their mind, they're rich. Yeah, it's a mindset.
And I also think that's why it's so important for the majority of people. It's going to be detrimental on who you spend your time with and what information you consume, because I think there's a very small percentage of people who are not going to be influenced, like your Kobe Bryants, your Michael Jordans, your Tom Brady's of the world, who doesn't matter what they're around, they're going to be the influence.
That's right.
Where the most of us, I'm putting me in this category, you put whatever category you want, are going, everybody has the winning capabilities. Very few of us are going to
I agree.
Not be influenced by who are. So if we're spending time with losing mentality and those types of people, that's going to bring you into that category.
Amen.
Whereas you're bringing in positive information, spending your time with winners, you're going to gear more towards that direction. Whereas there's, like I said, a handful of people that are at the influential level that aren't influenced by it. They're going to do their own thing, and everybody else is going to follow them.
Bro, I am all too often referred to or viewed as some sort of asshole who is arrogant or self-centered or thinks I'm better than, someone else. The truth is, with that exact concept, is I understand that concept, and I have made an active decision, cognizant, pointed, educated decision to not surround myself with losers or quitters because of that reason. And it's contagious, dude. It's a cancer, and cancer always spreads if it's not eradicated. You have to get rid of it. And that's why I've made a decision. If you are one of those people that say, I can't, or if you're one of those people that say, oh, that's not, like, I don't have time for you.
And anybody who is jealous or degrading or, talking shit or is probably a loser.
Yeah, they don't get it. They're a loser. They're not winners.
Right.
And they're not going to win. I assure you, they are not going to win. They're not going to win at life. They're not going to win at the game. They're not going to win. They may win a game and believe that they won some sort of match.
Right.
But they're not. They may win a battle and
Yep.
believe that they won some sort of war. In the meantime, they just got their asses kicked in 17 other battles or 17 other games and have lost the war and are losing the match because they don't understand the game. It's just a matter, like, the rich people who are rich in mindset and who understand that they are wealthy but currently have no money, they're just on a valley. They're in a valley. They're ebbs and flows of all aspects of this war, of this match. And those people are just on a valley. If you sell or exit on a peak, they call it retiring or exiting. If you sell or exit in a valley, you quit. You quit. It's not a good time to exit, which means you've got to keep going to get to another peak. Like, it's that simple.
And
You just can't quit.
Like you mentioned, rich people saying they're rich but are broke, like Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality, right?
Oh,
He
yeah.
probably lived his life as a Hall of Fame basketball player before he
He knew all along.
he knew he was going to be in the Hall of
100%.
Fame the whole time. You know what I mean? So that's why we say it's a mentality in the way you think and the way you operate, the way you react to failures and losses versus the actual outcome. If you
agree.
have a winning mentality, you're going to win eventually.
You've done some triathlon stuff, some distance running, some the 50-mile march.
Right.
I mean, how many times we'll talk about the 50-mile march because I've done it too, but you can talk about your experiences on other aspects of this. Like in a triathlon, how many times in your brain do you quit? Are you defeated in that in 50 miles in 22 hours or in a triathlon?
Right. I mean, the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
immediately once you get tired.
The
of
good
course.
thing about a triathlon, though, is the swimming is the worst part for me. Like, that's when I want to quit the most.
Yeah, well.
And fortunately for that, if you quit in swimming, you die.
You drown. Yeah,
So,
you're dead.
You don't really have a choice. But that's the way winners think, is I don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice.
Like,
I die
if I quit.
not. Right.
Exactly. Like, that's an extreme analogy, obviously, but that's exactly how winners think. Like, I don't have, like, I want to quit. I don't want to be in this water swimming right now. But if I stop, I'm done.
I could tell you right now, if I quit in my business, I'm dead.
Right.
My business dies. I could tell you from the entrepreneurial mindset, if you quit, you die. The strong-willed winner mindset, if you quit, you die. From an intrapreneurship position, if you quit, you die. So the people who are working entrepreneurship or in entrepreneurial businesses, who are leaders in the organization, who have taken extreme accountability for the organization, we call them intrapreneurs. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody.
Right.
Those successful people within those entrepreneurial organizations have the same mindset. If I quit, I die. If I fail, I die. This business dies. That's the difference.
And
I agree.
Think about all the. You hear those stories all the time of, like, Thomas Edison had thousands of inventions before he came up with the light bulb. Like Colonel Sanders pitched his chicken recipe to thousands of people before
love that.
somebody struck. It's always the people that keep going that end up on the other end of it. Now we have the light bulb and Kentucky Fried Chicken, one of the biggest restaurant chains in America. How many ideas or great business opportunities had existed
And
that
died.
just didn't get through that barrier
Because somebody quit.
Because somebody quit. That's interesting to think about for sure.
Bro, this is here's to add value to the audience. If you take one thing away from this short, brief, quick conversation, it is a mindset. And a mindset is something that you can control. It's difficult to
100%.
control.
Yep.
I'm not saying the shit is easy. I'm not saying I don't want to quit a lot. I'm not saying once a week I don't go, damn it, is it worth it? And then I have to then take back control of my own mindset. I have to take back control of my own brain and say, no, I have a good support system around me, a good group of people. I don't have anybody who tells me I can't do it. Nobody. If you tell me I can't do something, you have a very short-lived time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a loser and you're going to fail. Fact.
Surrounding yourself with good people.
Right. And when people say, when people accuse me of being too, high on myself or self-consumed or what, it's
fuck yeah, I am.
Yeah. Why aren't you super self-confused? Why are you worried about someone else literally more than you're worried about yourself? Like, by definition, you are a loser. Worrying about someone else's success more than you're worrying about your own, you're a loser. And you're going to lose. Like, losers lose, winners win, quitters quit. Mm-hmm. And I would encourage, this isn't to talk shit or to brag on ourselves.
Everybody's capable, dude.
Right.
Everybody's capable.
Yeah. I mean, if you have no arms and no legs, you're probably not super capable of, carrying sandbags across a 100-yard field and back. But that doesn't mean you can't invent something that will get the sandbags from A to B. Like, everybody is capable. It's just not everyone is capable in the exact same pathway. And if you have a loser or a quitter mindset, you absolutely have taken the capability away.
And I think the second piece to add would be that winners are going to lose. It's what you do with those losses that determine the outcome. Not, once again, which falls back on the mindset, not the outcome. So,
well, dude, there's a saying. I'm going to look it up real quick. There's a saying. I wish I was better at, those quote people that just fucking remember every quote. I wish I was better at that. You know who does that? Ben Tapper.
Ben Tapper's really good at that.
Is a quote guy, yeah. There's a lot of them. They tend to be like the one-liner joked people.
Yeah. Which I appreciate.
So yeah, man, listen, you have to think things into existence. And if you think yourself into a loser, I guarantee you're going to be a loser.
If you don't believe in manifestation...
Oh, you don't know how the world works.
Yeah, I mean...
If you don't believe in manifestation, you have no idea how
is just
humans work.
Not quitting,
right?
Thinking like a winner. That's all it is. He got my nose again.
Gotcha. Landed right there on your face.
Boop,
yeah, listen, it's very simple. Like, if you go into something and there are studies that show that your mind literally is the computer that's sending signals to your body, and you can literally manifest illness within your body.
And I'm going to screw this example up for precise numbers, but there was a study done about free throw shooting, right? They had one group practice free throws every single day. They had one group think about making free throws every single day, and then another group that didn't do anything. And the best was doing it every single day,
of course.
Obviously. But there wasn't a huge fall off from people that just pictured themselves shooting free throws every single day. Yeah, just visualizing it. There was another story of a baseball player who was injured. He would lay in bed every night just picturing swinging the bat, hitting line drives up the middle. Swinging the bat, hitting line drives up the middle. First 3 at-bats when he came back, line drives right up the middle.
Dude, I had a baseball coach when I was a young kid who used to say, visualize.
Yes.
Visualize. See it. That was what he told all of us when he was our third base coach, so he would give us the signals. Mm-hmm. And his parting words to us when taking his signal would be visualize. And he would make us practice, which is genius now.
Yep.
He would make us sit there, and before we stepped up to that plate to hit that ball, he taught us how to close our eyes and imagine ourselves swinging the bat, taking the pitch, line drive up the middle.
Yep.
Like, where do you want to hit it? right center.
Right.
Visualize.
And
And
to the
man.
point where you're like, you can see what camera angle am I picturing this from? Am I the
Right.
batter? Am I watching it from behind? Like all the little details. Picture everything, and it
Yeah.
works, man. It works.
Yeah, it does. And if you're visualizing yourself as a loser, I assure you, you are going to lose. If you go into a triathlon, if you go into a 50-mile march, if you go into something challenging in your life and you go in with the mindset of, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this, I guarantee you're not going to do it.
There's that one quote: "If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right."
You're right. Yeah, that's true. I love that. If you think you can't, you're right. And if you think you can, you're also right. So
Boom.
think it into existence. Anyway, cool little show. We wanted to give you a little nugget for the week.
There you go.
And that was fun. Cool. Thanks for the topic.
Yeah.
That was cool. I enjoyed it. Anyway, hey everyone, we appreciate your love. We appreciate your support. Hopefully you appreciate it and like this format of the show. We're gonna do it more often. So little short shows, little short nugget, little short shits, if you will. We'll call it the short shit episode.
There you go.
Yeah. Zach, the short shit Grady.
Boom.
I hope you appreciate it, or I hope you enjoyed it. Rather, not. I hope you appreciate it too. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. And if you like the show and you like our content, please share the show. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. And in order for us to remain the freest podcast in all the world, we need you to share it. So you do that. I appreciate it. And as always, find your purpose, serve your purpose, and protect your purpose, people. Peace.
I'm taller than you, though.
Much taller. Oh, I see what you did. I see what you did.